Oh, what up, YouTube? I'm still walking toward the library. There's a couple of facts I forgot to mention, and I realized that when I press stop on the recorder, I'm like, I don't know if I should go ahead and mention them again, but fuck it, I'll go ahead and do it for retention purposes. Remember, this is retention, documentation, most importantly, self-expression, not necessarily doing nobody's homework, because I am not. This is just really interesting to me. But I forgot to mention as far as the Mariamite Cathedral that was built in the 2nd century. You know, the little chapter as far as Naj, when I mentioned those 6 major Christian churches, well, as far as like the Church of Antioch, it was moved in 1342 AD. And it was moved to Damascus. And it was moved exactly to the Mariamite Cathedral. I thought that was fucking interesting because it put me back in mind of that chapter, and it's also like I don't want to say a build up, but you know, additional insight, you can say. So it was also, I think, destroyed, and that happened during the 20th century, I think, or was it the 19th? Damn, shit. It wasn't that long ago. I think it was the early 20th century or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the exact date, but you had like the exact date, but it was a little dispute that had went on in Lebanon. So the church got kind of destroyed, but it was rebuilt. But still, today, that's where the Church of Antioch sits at, or is represented from, Damascus. Yeah. I'm thinking about the connection between the people of Damascus and Lebanon. That's a whole nother political history. Something else I probably forgot to mention is the beginning of the chapter, because it was only like a little short portion about them. As far as like when everybody was lined up outside the city gates of Damascus, it was a guy named Abu ad-Darda who had sent this guy named Uwaymir ibn Amr al-Khariji as the head of a frontier garrison. The reason why I forgot about that is because they didn't say anything beyond that. So I'm not sure like if they also marched toward Damascus, you know, possibly because everything is not always in chronological order. They could have been marching toward Hims and stopped at Balabak. I'm not sure, but that's what I forgot to mention. So yeah, this is a short little portion, part 2. Want to make sure I reiterate, this is for self-expression. It's not to do nobody's homework. Y'all have a good night.